Hello and welcome in. I am MissKinghorn and we are back here in The Sims 4. Yes, we have taken a little bit of a break while we were doing our Twin Creek Zoo, but now that is all finished, so that is all up on YouTube, so you can watch the whole series in one go if you do want to binge. I will pop a tag in the top corner for you and there, but for now we are here in The Sims 4 where we're actually working on a base game build. So this was done before the new pack but after the update, so it's in between Infants coming out and the Get Growing Together expansion pack. This was supposed to be uploaded, the whole video, and you'll have it as a surprise, but I also then decided to become ill so it had all been recorded, but I then didn't have the ability to edit and do the voiceover and things like that, so that's why it's a little bit late, but you will be getting new content coming with the new pack as well, so that's coming next week. A little bit of a delay, but hopefully you'll forgive me. Into there, it's one of those things, I'm afraid, into here. But for now, we are working on a 3-bedroom family home. Because of when this was actually done, we don't have any tool, we don't have any build by, extra build by, things like that in, simply because they weren't updated in time. And we just had to roll, but there's a few things I would have done slightly differently, but I think we kind of get away with the whole sort of look into there. Now, this is not what it's going to look like. we do a few other bits and pieces, and then I completely changed the colour of this build. Hence why you've probably seen a screenshot that doesn't look like this. Yeah, the whole colour changes. I wasn't happy with this sort of cream kind of colour look that we're going on, but you'll see the reason why in just a little while. Into here, so how are you all enjoying growing together? Do you have it? You obviously have the infants. Are you enjoying them? Just let me know in the comments down below. What is your favourite feature as well? Into there. But yeah, so this is the front sort of side garden that we have. This is quite a small lot. Well, it's not. It's a decent sized lot, but I think the house is quite small because it takes up quite a lot of the space, because it's only a little bungalow into here because it is a shotgun, and that there is simply the reason why we change everything. The fence only comes in a white and blue. It doesn't come in plain white. No, it comes in a white and blue. So we have to change everything into kind of a white with some blue little trims and details and things like that, because it just makes more sense. So we come around and just basically fix a few little bits and pieces into that blue to there, just to give it a nice sort of matching look to come into there. But this is done actually for a family of 3, so there's 3 bedrooms in here. It is a single mum and her 2 sons. You'll see those in the screenshots. I've not uploaded them to the gallery. Part of me wants to, but part of me kind of doesn't also. I'm not a great CAS builder. I simply went into CAS because I wanted to have a look at the infants in there and what they come with. But it was actually surprisingly difficult to do a base game makeover in CAS, although I completely created them. But there's not actually a lot of base game stuff, so it was quite difficult to do it in there, so I don't think you're going to get them. But if you do, let me know and we'll see. So yes, we're just adding a few little details here and there. So we've got the little awnings. I only placed the awnings over the sort of front sort of living areas of those, just to make it a little bit more sort of shaded in there, because I feel like that's where you spend a lot of your time in there. So grabbing some front doors and doors all the way through into here, out the side and changing that one into there so it matches the smaller version. Alright. Okay, so this sort of front section you can see just inside here is sort of an open plan kind of area. So you've got your kitchen, dining and living all in one, and then you have your bedrooms and bathrooms at the back. Now, I kind of went a bit excited with the balloons and things like that and the bows. I feel like you've just had a new baby, like you decorated it for maybe a baby shower or something like that, the birth, coming home, something like that. So I thought it would be nice to get some balloons up and banners and things like that. Now the two children are both boys, so we have a infant and we also have a child in here as well. I feel like they were a nice little mix rather than having them quite close together and being a toddler and an infant. So that was kind of at least my thinking behind the whole thing, but you can obviously change them to whatever you like into there. Right, so you can sort of see I've set out, this is going to be the kitchen space into here. Quite a simple kitchen, does have quite a big bar kind of island coming out from here as well into there, and it does have a separate dining table as well, so you'll see that as we go through. But working on detailing all of this out and getting the necessary bits and pieces. But I've got to say, actually doing this base game build, it wasn't as difficult as I was expecting. I feel like we're spoiled with the packs because we have so many packs, so much sort of build by that we have that we can do so much with. So actually coming back and doing a base game build was actually quite fun in its challenges as well, because obviously we don't have certain things, and there's so many times I said for this, oh, I just want this piece or I want that piece, but actually doing a base game, it kind of brings it all back of how much we do actually have and how much we sort of take for granted with what's been added to the game. The kitchen juggle. Every time I do a kitchen, it has to be a little bit of a juggle. So I've already set out all of the pieces that I wanted, like the clutter and things like that. You often see that I don't show you as I pull them all out because it's just scrolling through sort of all of the packs, and well, not all the packs, but all of the categories to try and get all of those in as well. Alright, a couple of bottles of some juice up here, and spice facts and cookies. Who doesn't love a big cookie? Up out the way so little ones can't grab them. And we put those back into the right place, just into there. Right. So I think this is nearly us done with the kitchen. Just changing a few sort of swatches around so that they match in. And that is the kitchen done. And now let's move on to the dining room, which is just here. We do add some bar stools just now, where we add a couple of those in, and then we get the big sort of dining table. I feel like this is an area where you do maybe not so much entertaining, but you would have quite a big sort of space, like a big family sort of room into here as well. We just move those in so it doesn't clip the curtains too much. There's a lot of clipping that normally happens with curtains and things like that. So I did not realise this table actually came in a pure white swatch or pure black. I've got to be fair, it's the one that's really colourful and it has like the tiles in it. It does have the plain swatches, but yeah, I don't think I've ever used it in this swatch. I don't think I've ever used it, to be fair. But it does look quite nice into there. Right then. Again, a few more little bits of clutter here and there. I feel like as you've had like a new baby, then you would want some sort of clutter. Maybe you've had a gift set or something. So we get that out, but I actually put that in the living room as well, and we just have like a bit more of a grown-up kind of area. I have some flowers, I have a couple of boxes and a swan statue in here as well. Nice little ornaments just to place around into here, and trying to get some photos and things like that. Pictures is another thing that we don't have a lot of in base game, but we've managed to get 2 out into here. Maybe their grandparents or something like that. And that is that section done. So moving on to the living area. Now this, we actually put the fireplace up on a sort of step in here because I thought that would look quite cool, and get it out the way onto there just to give it a little bit more detail coming through into there. And it's quite a simple little area, we don't tend to do too much with it, but we give out the fire tools and we use the new little play fence. It's kind of like a sort of shield from the fire so that little ones can't get too close into there. Right, this, it looked a really big space when we started, but actually once we've kind of filled it all out, it's actually quite tight. I have play tested, and the Sims can walk around the living area, they can sit on the sofas, they can do all sorts of bits and pieces, so that's okay in terms of sort of space wise, but it just feels quite tight, I suppose, because it is a small space. Into here, have a little tummy time mat into here with some toys. These are the couple of the new toys, and I did want these balloons because, well, they look like the balloons, but they're actually a light. But we leave those in there, and we have a little bit of a sort of study kind of reading nook, bookshelf kind of coming in here, and then we have a big doll's house that we get in as well. I was trying to find something to fill this space. I cut out a lot. I think this video, given the fact that it's base game, given the fact that it's quite simple, I think it was about 2.5 hours worth of raw footage, which is actually quite a lot in the terms of sort of how much we got into here. But yeah, there was a lot of cutouts. I tried to get a computer table, desk area kind of over there. That didn't really work, and nothing else sort of fitted in very well. So we just got the doll's house into there as well, and getting a little bit of a showering unit in here as well, just to kind of fill out this area. It's a small little hallway, not a lot going on that you can do in there, and a simple bathroom, nothing major happening, just a few bits and pieces, your normal sort of clutter, without the bathroom clutter bag that we have into here, and base game bath as well, and then yeah, rearranging everything to get the in, and a little potty in there as well, always sort of needed as we go through. And then this bathroom is pretty much done, other than changing the wallpaper and grabbing a curtain and the light, which I don't even think I show you. So yeah, we went through a few variants to kind of come up with something in here that kind of looked right. I was trying to match it into the tiles on the bath, but the closest I got to those, and I really didn't like them. So in the end, we kind of just went for this in the plain sort of grey kind of colour into here. I feel like that looks a little bit better into there. Right, so bedroom time. So we've got a simple little bed, nothing too major happening in here. Obviously your necessary bits and pieces to come in. I actually like this bedspread, I've got to be honest. It's probably one of my favourite base game beds. It's simple, I know, and it's also quite basic. It doesn't give you a good sleep and things like that, but aesthetically it looks quite nice. And that's simply what I go to. I'm more, well, not so much more. I am a builder, so I don't tend to play, or even if I do like playtest, it's simply a case of, well, can you walk to here? Can you sit here? Can you do this? Can you do that? Yes, okay, let's get out of here. That's simply as far playing wise as I ever go. The only reason I went into Kaz was because I wanted to try the new babies or infants out, and then that's simply all I did. I think I spent probably about half an hour in there having a little bit of play around, and most of that time was actually creating the female adult, because I struggled with base gaming into there because there was not a lot that we could really get in. So yeah, alright, this is actually going to be the infant's bedroom, so it's quite simple. We've gone for, again, blue. This house has got a lot of blue coming through it, I've got to be fair. Into here, so a nice little crib, cot in here, and I really like the rug that we've got here with the different sort of swatches on. The clouds actually kind of work really nicely. We've got stars, and we also use the cloud decorations on the walls as well, because I feel like that kind of just ties in a little bit nicer throughout the whole thing. Some toys, I did check these are infant sort of compatible as well, so the little ones can use them into there. And yeah, I've changed out a few little pieces because I thought there was going to be a changing table coming with the update. There wasn't. It comes with a plain pack, so we had to kind of make our own, which we've done nicely here. I don't know why, it feels like there should have been, but hey, that's just some of the things that we have to do. So we had to make our own kind of little one, going right back to the basics of when we used to do these all the time. Into here, and this is where we add some more windows because this room did look quite dark, so just wanting a few more windows into there. And this is the last kids room. So in here, this is all based off of the curtains. So I was having a look for the swatches and found the dark blue, and thought we haven't really got any much dark sort of colours, so I thought we'll go for the dark blue, blacks, and those sorts of things are coming through. Sort of maybe a little bit of a darker, maybe a little bit moody kind of kid that we've got in here, who absolutely loves dinosaurs, because yes, there is a dinosaur bug. And that basically was the whole point behind this whole room. So we have some dinosaur toys and things like that coming through as well, which again, I'm not really sure I've ever used. There seems to be quite a few of them. So we get out 3 little toys on the bedside table, and then some big giant stuffed toys that we can get out into here, and some bigger dinosaur sort of statues in there. But that is it. So do let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You all mean so very much to me. But you can also find me over on Twitch, where I stream 3 times a week, or over on Twitter, and also here on YouTube, or my Discord. All of the links are in the description down below. But for now, bye!